Welcome to day one of our Tokyo Disney vacation package vlog. This is going to be a reliving of day one at Disneyland. I'm going to tell you everything I did. I booked a 2-day vacation package with unlimited rides. I will do a separate video to tell you more about the vacation package, so stay tuned for that. But today we're just going to be basically having fun. The vacation package is available in 2 and 3 days. I did a 2-day one, which is 1 day at Disneyland and 1 day at DisneySea, and you get 1 hotel night as part of that package, and I have Hotel MiraCosta booked. I pick up my vacation package early. I usually go over the day before it starts and pick it up. I will tell you more information about that later, but we are staying at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel the first night, and then we are going to move over to Hotel MiraCosta for our vacation package. Because I booked Tokyo Disneyland Hotel the day before our package, we get happy entry that morning, so I use my tickets from the vacation package for happy entry. I flew into the Tokyo Narita airport, and usually I take the bus to Tokyo Disney Resort. It's super easy, but there has been times recently where I got off the plane and the bus tickets were sold out, so I had to wait for a later bus. Then I booked the tickets in advance, and my plane was a little bit behind, and getting through customs, I missed the bus and then had to wait for a later bus. There's been times where I've had to take a bus to the train station and take the train. So I have done several different ways. I do recommend the bus, but as I said, there's been times where I've missed it, or it's missed me, or the tickets were out or whatever. So this time we arranged for a car to pick us up and take us to the hotel. That was super easy. You can message me if you want more information about that. But it was really cheap, really easy, and they took us right to the hotel and dropped us off. So we got to the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, and we checked in, and when you check in, that's when they give you the slip for happy entry. So we basically got our happy entry slips, and we went up to our room, which was a grand park view room. So we had a beautiful view of Tokyo Disneyland. You can see the castle, you can see the monorail, you can see Mount Prometheus, you can see Thunder Mountain, you can see Fantasy Springs. I mean, it's just gorgeous. You can see everything out the window. Since our package is at MiraCosta, we have to go to MiraCosta to pick up the package. So because the night that we booked on our own was the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, that gives you entry, or happy entry into the park. So we're gonna go to MiraCosta and pick up our vacation package so that we have all our papers in advance. You can pick up your package the day before. You do have to go to the hotel that's part of your package though. So we decided to take the monorail, and there was a Duffy 20th anniversary monorail, and the seats were furry, and it's all colorful, and it plays the Colorful Friendship song inside. So that was really great. We got to ride on the Duffy monorail. And when you buy monorail tickets, if you buy them at the machines in the station with cash and you buy multiple trips, you do get a collectible design, and each kiosk or each machine has a different design on it. And so we got one design with Donald, and we got one design with the Duffy 20th anniversary. So we got our tickets, got on the monorail, rode over to MiraCosta, and then we picked up our package. So they just give you your envelope of all your papers. And when I do my full guide to the vacation package, I'll show you all those papers. I did film those when I was there, so I'll show you those in another video. But we got our package, and then we made our way back over to the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel because we have the park view and we wanted to watch the night show from the window. In the summer, they don't do the fireworks, so no fireworks, but there's the castle projection show that has pyrotechnics, so small little fireworks going on, but not the big ones. And you can see the projections on the castle from the room. And we even brought binoculars so we could kind of see them even better. But we sat there, we just pulled our chairs out and sat there and watched out the window. Amazing. You can't hear the music of the show that well. Like if you know the song and you're listening, you can kind of pick it up, because I know the music, so I could kind of hear it. but you mostly hear the music for the park entrance. So you're hearing the park music loop, not so much the show music. So that's the only downside of watching the shows from the hotel room there, is that you can't hear the music. But it's, no crowds. You don't have to pay to go in the park to watch it. So just kind of great to watch that from our room. And then after we saw that, we decided we were going to walk to Ikspiari, which is kind of like their shopping center area. It's by the train station. It's near the Ambassador Hotel. It's got all sorts of things. I mean, they've got Lush. They've got a movie theater. They've got all sorts of clothing stores and little things, and Starbucks and McDonald's. That's why I went. So we walked over to Ikspiari because I wanted to go to McDonald's, because they are doing a special Jurassic World promo there, and they have some sandwiches, and I wanted the melon Fanta pineapple frosty float thingy that they had. So I walked to Ikspiari to get a McDonald's float. And you can take the monorail to Ikspiari from the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel. It would just be the last stop, but it's super close to walk there. So we just walked up the hill really easy. We'd been sitting on a plane, so we were kind of just wanting to move around anyway and stay awake. So we went up there, got my float, and then we went to Bon Voyage, which is their almost like World of Disney big store full of Disney Parks merchandise. So we just wanted to look around there, and I wish I'd, taken some more video in there. I kept thinking we were going to go back there again before the end of the trip, and we never made it back. A lot of things going on this trip. But after we did a little shopping, then we walked back to the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, and then we just kind of hung out and watched out the window. People were shining their lights, saying goodnight. We were just watching and, having a good time. I went to bed around 11 p.m. and I woke up at 3:30 a.m., which is pretty typical when I go to Japan. I like looking at the timestamps on the photos. And if you've never been to Japan in the summer, the sun comes up before 4 a.m. The light is coming up in the sky at 3:30 in the morning. 4:30 is sunrise according to Google. I think it says like 4:24 a.m. is sunrise, but it is bright at 4:24 a.m. I took pictures and videos of the sunrise coming up over Cinderella Castle out my window, because why not, right? The times were 3:42 a.m., 3:53 a.m., 4:04 a.m., and then 4:30 a.m. Yeah. So please enjoy all the photos and videos I took when I couldn't sleep. Then I recorded a video of the vacation package tickets. That's going to be in my full guide with the tips and tricks and everything. But I had to get all my stuff done because today was the first day of the package. So I was going to have to split up all the papers in the package. So I wanted to film them. After filming, I went and walked around the hotel and just took some pictures and just enjoyed it being quiet, early, nice. So after that, I decided to get ready to head over for early entry. It's called Happy Entry, and it's 15 minutes early entry for Disney hotel guests. None of the rides are open during the 15 minutes. It's basically time for you to get in line for something before the park officially opens. So I know that I have the unlimited vacation package, so I don't have to worry about running to anything. I don't have to worry about trying to beat the crowds to stuff. I don't have to worry about trying to book passes on the app. So I know it's going to be a really chill day, real chill morning. I made my way over about 8:15 and got in line for Happy Entry, which opens at 8:45. Made our way into the park, and the characters are almost always out. That's a real good distraction. It kind of slows the crowd down. A lot of people run to the characters. A lot of people run at 8:45 a.m. and run and get seats on the curb for the parade. That's at 1:40 p.m. Yes, people rope drop. People go first thing and get parade spots and just sit there all day. I guess in my mind, it's kind of like going to the beach, like you're just chilling, hanging out there. I no judgment. It's just not my choice of things to do when I get to the park first. Also, when I use the term rope drop, I know that a few people have messaged me asking what that means. Rope drop just means the moment the park opens. It used to be a term that when people were kind of in the park, like waiting for the park to officially open, there was a rope and then the cast members move the rope and then everyone's allowed to go into the park. Some places still do it. But that's kind of the idea, is that as soon as happy entry lines open and people start going in, that's rope drop. That's the term. So just I'm sorry, I use that term so often, and there's been so many people that have messaged me saying, what does rope drop mean? That's what it means. So as soon as the happy entry lines opened, everyone starts running in the park. I saw the characters were just kind of being mobbed in the front. A lot of people are running to the different rides. I would normally, if I didn't have a package, be booking passes, and I would normally be running to Beauty and the Beast, but I don't have to. So today is just kind of going to be like the weirdest day, so different than usual because I don't have to worry about running to anything. So I get in the park at 8:45 and I decide to take pictures before the crowds get in for the day. So we ran around the different Donald Duck decorations. They do a seasonal thing it's called Donald's Quacky Duck City. And the park is decorated all for Donald. There's tons of merchandise for Donald. My favorite thing. There's a parade for Donald. It's huge. So there's all these decorations up, and I had dressed kind of in a Donald outfit, so I took advantage of the happy entry 15 minutes, and I ran around and got some pictures in front of the different little cute displays and things, because I know during the day it's going to be crazy, and you probably won't get very good photos or get near things. And because I don't have to worry about the rides, the thing that I rope dropped, the first thing that I did after taking photos, the Great American Waffle Company. Did you expect me to say that? I went to get waffles first. There is one place that sells waffles in Tokyo Disneyland, and the line is always long. 80 minutes to get a waffle. The cast member will tell you 80 minutes. You can check the wait time for restaurants and popcorn carts on the Tokyo Disney app. So you can go on and see, it'll say, 70 to 90 minute wait for the waffle. I'm not waiting an hour and a half to get a waffle, a Mickey waffle. So I decided to go there first. So I rope dropped the waffles. Took me about 15 minutes. And the waffle was mango cream or something, and I got it with vanilla ice cream, which is not your typical vanilla ice cream that you'd think of. It's just this little cup with the ice cream in it, but it's different. So I got my Mickey waffle with mango and ice cream, and I really like the plating. I got to point out the plating, how it's got that little ring around it so that if you buy multiple waffles, you can stack the plates on top and they don't crush the waffle underneath. So there are people that are going in and ordering, 5 waffles, and then they can just stack all 5 of them on top and carry them out like that. So it's just really such a brilliant, simple thing, this little ring. And I love that it says Disney on it. So it's just, that's how I remember Disney in the 90s being like that. But that's another video entirely. Anyway, so I got my waffle, had the nice packaging that I love, and I was super happy. I also had gone on the app and looked at the gachapon machines. There are 3 capsule toy machines at Tokyo Disneyland and 2 over at DisneySea. Sometimes you need a standby pass in the app to even use the machine. So because it was early, I went on the app and I scrolled through all the gift shops, and I found that one of the gacha machines required a standby pass, so I got a standby pass for it. I've got that probably on the screen here now. So I got a standby pass for that. I didn't know what was in the machine. I thought it was something that I wanted, so I just got the pass. But the other two machines did not require passes, so I was just going to go get stuff out of those machines. But just for a tip for you, if you are interested in capsule toys, you want to make sure you check the app first thing in the morning to see if any say that you require a standby pass. It'll be in yellow text, it'll say standby pass required. At this point, it was after 9 a.m. and the crowds were running in the park at this point. A lot of people were running to the waffles. I checked the app and it said it was a 45-minute wait as soon as I was leaving. So it will jump up pretty quickly. If waffles are important to you, you need to do them first. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting, an hour or something. So just know if waffles are important to you, you should do that first. With the unlimited vacation package, I'm going to give you guys a lot of tips and tricks in that video, but just for here, I'm going to tell you that I normally would have planned to do Pirates of the Caribbean and Jungle Cruise first because they do not have passes for those rides. You cannot use your unlimited vacation package to skip the lines on those rides. So I would say do some of the rides that don't have the ability to skip the line and do those first before you start doing any of the rides with the ability to skip the line. So because the Waffle Company is right next to Pirates and Jungle Cruise, that's what I had kind of planned to do. But then I decided I really couldn't wait any longer to see It's a Small World with Groot. That was only a temporary overlay. It's gone now. The last day was June 30th. So I had been at Tokyo in the beginning of January, and I think it started January 14th, and I was there on like January 6th. So I just missed it in January. So it was something I really wanted to see. So it does not have the ability to skip the line for Small World. So we just decided to go there first thing in the morning. So I got my waffle. I went by where the capsule toy machine is, and I found out it was bags. It was just like eco tote bags. There was a huge line for the machine too, and you needed a standby pass to get in the line. They show you outside what the toys are. So I saw the 4 bags and they were not what I wanted. So I didn't use my pass. We just kept going. So we ended up skipping the capsule toy standby pass. I found the Minnie Mouse hand soap dispenser machine thing. There are hand washing stations in the park, and they do dispense Mickey shaped soap in your hand. They have a few right now that are special with Minnie. So if you spot the little pink cover on the press, that one has a Minnie shaped soap inside of it. You can also buy a Minnie soap dispenser in the gift shops, but just for fun, you can wash your hands in the park with Minnie soap too. I also took in a lot more of the park this time just because I wasn't rushed. So we stopped and looked at the teapot vending machines. They actually steam out of the tea kettle. I think that's a cool detail that you really miss when it's crowded and busy and lots going on. So I just, got to look around the park a little more, just so stress-free when you have this vacation package. I cannot tell you that enough. So eventually we make it over to Small World with Groot. That's got a 5-minute wait. So we walked right on. We got front row. I loved it. I'm not even like a Marvel person, and I just thought it was so cute inside. After that, we went over to Toontown and I checked the capsule toy machine there. It had some old toys that I didn't really want. It had Disney boats, and it had one with Big Band Beat and Country Bears, and a lot of people were kind of waiting for that one. Big Band Beat is going away at the end of the summer permanently, so I think a lot of people were waiting for that toy, but it's an old toy, so there was no standby pass required for it. The bags, I think, are brand new, which is why they needed the pass. But there was no standby required at the Toontown Gag Factory, I think is the store it's called. So no wait there, but I didn't want anything there. So nothing I wanted in that machine. Then we decided to go to Huey, Dewey, and Louie's Good Time Cafe. We have unlimited free drinks with the vacation package. And that includes specialty drinks. So I always try to get as many drinks as I can. I went over to Huey, Dewey, and Louie's because they have a special, or they had a special Donald drink. And it's got a little rubber duck on the top, but it's a marshmallow, so it's edible. And it's just like a tropical fruit flavored drink, and it's got the little marshmallow on top, and it's so adorable and it's delicious. So we got that, and then we decided we would go over and ride Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is the best ride in the park, so we walked right on that. If you're one of those people that enjoys a really good queue, Beauty and the Beast has a great queue, and you totally skip it when you go through the Premier Access line or the Vacation Package entrance line. With the Vacation Package, you enter through the Premier Access or the Priority Access lines. And so what you do is you bypass most of the queue. And a lot of people ask me if Beauty and the Beast is worth going through the queue. And absolutely, there's a lot of details in there. If you go through the Premier Access, you skip all of that. So if you want to see stuff inside the queue, I always recommend doing that during Happy Entry and going to Beauty and the Beast and going through the standby line. Otherwise, you're going to miss a couple little fun things. So after that, we went to ride the Happy Ride with Baymax. I have never been on the Happy Ride with Baymax. It is extremely popular. You can buy Premier Access for this ride. It is 1,500 yen per person, and it's not really worth it if you ask me. So I've never bought a pass, and I've seen the line, 90, 120 minutes. I think I've even seen it 200 minutes around the holidays. Don't go at New Year's. So I've never done Happy Ride with Baymax, but I have the CD in my car, so I listen to the songs all the time. I really like the music. And luckily with the vacation package, I could ride this as many times as I wanted. Unfortunately, I only wanted to ride it once. It was fun. I felt like it was a little rough though. I actually got off and I was like, I think my neck hurts. I don't know, maybe I'm getting old. But it was fun. It was nice to be able to skip the queue. It was nice to be able to just ride it without waiting in line or paying. But otherwise, I'll be watching Happy Ride with Baymax from the sidelines. Tomorrowland is going through a lot of changes right now. The Buzz Lightyear ride closed last year, and Space Mountain is permanently closed. If you go back and watch my videos from January, you could see the old Space Mountain and then the new Space Mountain being built right behind it. It was really interesting to see two Space Mountains next to each other. Now the old one is completely gone. It is just the new one. But it's really interesting because it almost looks like it's in the same place as the old one. I know it's not because I saw them next to each other at the same time, but it's just interesting that it looks closer. It does definitely look like a Space Mountain. The shape is definitely the same. It's got some futuristic looking swirly points here. It looks cool. It's going to open in 2027. Buzz Lightyear, I believe, is going to be a Wreck-It Ralph ride. This area, though, there are construction walls. So just keep in mind that if you're traveling to somewhere like Monsters, Inc. or Star Tours, you're going to have to go around because there are construction walls blocking. Usually you can get from Happy Ride with Baymax right cut through, and there's Star Tours right there. There's walls, so just it's a little bit of a walk around. So if you're visiting soon, you may have to keep in mind there are construction walls. Now, after we got off of Happy Ride with Baymax, I did look at Space Mountain, and then I looked at some of the vending machines. I love this one. It's Baymax, and Mochi is sitting on the top and is actually purring. Inside Tomorrowland Terrace, we got another free drink with our vacation package. This time I got a strawberry and butterfly pea Baymax drink. It was good. It wasn't my favorite, but the nice thing about the vacation package is that all the drinks are free. And I like to try a lot of different things just because, maybe strawberry and butterfly pea isn't something that sounds great, but if you try it, you might love it. And the nice thing is you can just try anything with the vacation package. And then I like to find out what my favorite drinks are, so then a day that I don't have a package, I don't mind spending money to get a drink that I love. Some restaurants offer mobile ordering, and that is so easy. I'm going to do a guide for how to do mobile ordering. Some restaurants offer it, not everywhere, but the Big Pop now has mobile ordering, and that's going to just be so cool because they have 3 different flavors of popcorn there, but they have every style of popcorn bucket from Disneyland there. Usually each cart around the park has one single popcorn bucket, but the Big Pop has all of them, so you can mobile order, get a couple different popcorn buckets, a couple different flavors. So that's really cool. So just keep that in mind if you're going and you like popcorn or popcorn buckets. We went back to Huey, Dewey, and Louie's Good Time Cafe for lunch. When you go to different restaurants, they usually have souvenirs that you can buy, lunch totes, plates, cups, candy cases, all sorts of fun things. We, earlier in the day, had seen a lunch tote that we wanted, so we went back to get lunch here. You can only purchase the item with a meal set. So we ended up getting a meal set to get the lunch tote. So this is the special tote, and it's something you can only purchase if you buy a meal set. Then you can purchase this. You can't just walk up and buy these. So we ended up getting the Mickey tomato and basil pizza, which was just a small little Mickey shaped pizza. Wasn't bad. It also came with a drink, which was part of the meal set. And I got I think it was an apple tea soda, which is one of the best drinks there. If you don't go for specialty drinks, I always recommend the apple tea soda, the Fanta golden cider, and the Fanta melon. Those are my favorites. But I had the meal set with the pizza, and then we also bought some candy cases. They have some new sunny summer candy cases and plates and things around. So we got the Chip 'n Dale ice cream cone, and it comes with a little bag of jelly beans, and these are the best jelly beans ever. And some of them even have little silver Mickeys on them. It's really cool. But the little case is just like a little plastic ice cream cone you can fill with the candy, and it's got the Chip 'n Dale charm on it. It's got a little like wrist strap so you can hook it on, your backpack or wherever. They're really cute and fun. We also got a Donald Duck one. Here, look, I got it right here. So this is the Donald one, and I think it said I'm not gonna break it, am I? You put the candy in the crown. I don't want to pull his crown off. Oh, wait, there's directions. There it is. There we go. So you put the candy in there, and then got the little keychain here, a little clip there. You can take him around. So cute, right? I tried to ask for 2 of them, and they have limits on popular items. So this was 1 per person per transaction. So he said, I can only sell you 1. You'd have to get in the back of the line and come up and buy another one if you wanted 2. So I was like, no, that's fine. That's why I got the Chip 'n Dale. So I got 1 Donald and 1 Chip 'n Dale. And then we got the lunch tote, and we got the pizza and the drink and everything. So that was our just quick little lunch. And we really only picked that because we wanted the lunch tote. Toontown is right next to Pooh's Honey Hunt, so we decided to go over and ride that. It's a trackless ride system, and it's the best Winnie the Pooh ride in the world. I've been on all of them. I can promise you this is the best one. It's very popular too. This is one that is included with our vacation package. If you don't have a vacation package, you can get a priority pass for this to skip the line. That's free. I'll be doing a video guide on how to skip the lines if you're not doing a vacation package. So stay tuned for that. But we got to do Pooh's Honey Hunt, which is so cute. I love it. I could do it all day. And then in the gift shop, we saw these adorable Polly Pocket type toys, the little compact toys of Winnie the Pooh. And it's the Honey Hunt ride. So I hope they consider giving the U.S. parks some fun Polly Pocket toys. That would be awesome. But it comes with like Pooh and Tigger, and they sit in the little Polly Pocket, and you can spin them or put them up on the thing. I don't know. It's cute. I want it. We went back on It's a Small World with Groot because it's going to be gone next time we're here, so I wanted to ride it again. This is not part of the vacation package, but it was pretty much a walk-on all day, so we just, every time we were kind of passing by, we're like, let's do it. So we had gone from Pooh's Honey Hunt and we rode A Small World with Groot. Then next to that is Haunted Mansion. So we went and rode Haunted Mansion, which is included with the unlimited package. That's another one you can book a free priority pass for in the app. So we rode Haunted Mansion, and this one is like the classic version. It's got the Heartbeat Bride in it. It's got the spiders. It's good. It's real good. But also, I rarely ever see this version because we go a lot in the winter, and they do an overlay of Nightmare Before Christmas, similar to California, but I think Tokyo does a better job at it. So Tokyo does a Nightmare Before Christmas overlay at Haunted Mansion seasonally. So this is one of the rare times that I got to ride the original attraction. And nobody is quoting the stretching room. It's just people listening to it. Why? I love it. It's just like, nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. I love it. So got to do the stretching room with, people just listening instead of doing the spiel at the same time. So after Haunted Mansion, we ended up deciding to go do Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek. Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek is a game of flashlight tag. There are 2 people in the vehicle, and you each have a flashlight, and as you go around, you point at the monsters and the helmets, and things, go off, different effects go off. So it's fun, it's interactive. This is also super popular. This one has a priority pass as well. So with our unlimited vacation package, we can ride this as much as we want without waiting in line. And it's one of our favorites, so we love doing Monsters, Inc. But the other reason we had kind of planned on doing Monsters, Inc. at this time was the gift shop for Monsters, Inc. is one of the pickup locations for your Disney vacation package gift. Everyone that does the vacation package gets a little ticket to redeem for a gift. So we had 2 vouchers for gifts, and we had gone in the store, and the cast member pulled out the book and showed us the 4 options. And then she told us that at DisneySea, there's actually a 5th option that's a Duffy item. And just for, I know this is kind of just off topic, but a lot of you ask me if it's easy to get around without speaking any Japanese. And I don't speak any Japanese. And this interaction and communication with the cast member, I love that she told me that there was another option at DisneySea, and she used a little pocket translator to communicate with me. And so basically, if they, have something that they don't maybe know all the English words to say, a lot of the cast members will pull out a pocket translator and speak into it, and then it will go on the screen and show you the English. So she spoke into it and showed me, and then it said that at Disneyland, there's only these 4 options. Over at DisneySea, there's a 5th option. There's a Duffy bag and the same 4 options. So it was really nice that she took the time to tell me that. I just thought it was really nice that even though she couldn't maybe say this to me in English, she wanted me to know that there was another option. So she used the translator to tell me. So I really love that because I ended up getting 1 item there, and I saved the other voucher for DisneySea. And I love this Duffy bag so much. I'm so glad that she told me because I would have had no idea. And then also when I make my vacation package video with tips and tricks, now I can tell you that because I did not know that, and I have done 4 vacation packages and I had no idea there's 1 other Duffy item at DisneySea. So now we have learned. Thank you, cast member. It was getting pretty close to the parade time, so we decided we would grab drinks and then go sit on the corner and wait. We went to Refreshment Corner, which is kind of like Casey's Corner. It's got hot dogs and stuff. And I got a soy milk and caramel drink, and it kind of had like a coffee taste to it, and it was so good. Free drink with a vacation package. And so we got our drinks, and then we went over and grabbed a spot for the parade. And then I thought, it's kind of looking suspiciously empty. People camp out for the parades all day. And I thought, it's getting close to parade time, and where is everyone? Well, I went up and asked a cast member and found out the parade was canceled due to heat. So that's fine, no big deal. It's very hot. So it's about 1:30 at this time. So let's just do a recap. I think we did 7 rides. We had 4 free drinks. We had waffles, we had pizza, we got some merchandise, and so I feel like we have gotten so much accomplished in such a short amount of time with the vacation package. And being able to enjoy the drinks and just be more relaxed in the park, I love this so far. So about 1:45, we head over to Adventureland and we stop into Squeezers, which is a little stand with juice and ice cream. And I got the guava juice. It was so good. And this was free with my vacation package. So definitely get the guava juice. It was so good. Here again is a free drink, all these free drinks that I'm getting throughout the day. I'm finding out which ones are my favorite. So next time I go to Disneyland, I'll buy a guava juice. It was that good. But I could have as many as I wanted, which was amazing. I only got one though. I was trying to space, all the different drinks out, but that guava juice was amazing. They also have some ice cream there that looks really good. So if you have a chance, go there. Tell me if the ice cream is good, because I always have it on my list to try and I never get to it, but it looks amazing. Guava juice though, recommend that. Then we also decided to go do a couple more rides now, and we went to Haunted Mansion, and on the way to Haunted Mansion we saw some characters roaming through Fantasyland, which is nice. They have a lot of roaming characters. I love that about Tokyo Disneyland. The vacation package gives you the option of having free popcorn, free ice cream, or free churros. And you can only select one of those items. And so we selected popcorn. So basically, our 2-day vacation package, we can get as much popcorn as we want, free, unlimited, just like the drinks. We had not really been getting popcorn obviously all day, and so when we saw one of the popcorn lines was really short over in Fantasyland, we jumped in the line. That cart used to be milk tea popcorn, so I assumed it was milk tea when I got in the line, and it actually changed to like creamed corn flavored popcorn. They have so many different flavors of popcorn at Tokyo Disney. I love the popcorn there. That's why I picked the unlimited popcorn. And I also brought plastic bags so that I could get my unlimited popcorn and put it in a bag and zip it up and seal it and take it back to the hotel. And then I had popcorn to eat throughout my entire trip. I ate a lot of popcorn, and there's a lot of different flavors, so it's a nice variety. But we ended up getting this creamed corn potage or whatever, popcorn. And so we dumped it in our Ziploc bags for later. Not a huge fan of it, but it's free, which is nice because then I got to try it and find out I don't really like it. I ate it, but I didn't like it. And just for the record, we had 2 boxes of free popcorn so far. Then, because we were right there, we had done Haunted Mansion. Then we did It's a Small World with Groot again. And after that, we got in line for Pooh's Honey Hunt. And as soon as we got in the line, the ride broke down. And they start making the announcements about the ride breaking down. What they ended up doing was, as soon as they made the announcement that the ride was broken down, they were giving every person in the queue a pass to go to another ride or come back later. And we have the unlimited package, so it doesn't really matter. We were just going to get out of line, and when it opened back up, we would just come show our pass again and get in the line. And we were kind of in like such a spot that we were blocked in by people behind us and around us, and we didn't want to be rude and try to, get out of the line. So when we saw a cast member, we kind of waved, and she came over and we said, "Hey, we have the unlimited vacation package, so we're just gonna go." And she's like, looks at it and she's like, "Oh no, please wait. I'm like, okay. So everyone is waiting in the line, and we're kind of like, okay, we got the unlimited package, like we don't need this. Like in our heads, we're just like, she asked us to wait, so we're gonna wait. Like, Well, then I'm glad we waited, because when we got to the cast member giving out the passes, it turns out those passes are good for rides that aren't included in the unlimited vacation package. Yeah, that's why the cast member, when she saw our pass, was like, no, please wait, because the pass that they gave us was even better than what we had. We were really excited about that, because we knew we could just use our unlimited for Pooh later when it came back up. But now we had a pass for something else that wasn't included. So awesome. After Pooh's Honey Hunt, we went back and got another Donald Duck drink at Huey, Dewey, and Louie's. I love the marshmallow. The little marshmallow rubber duck on top is so cute, so detailed. It's so delicious. It's so fresh and good. It's amazing. So don't judge me. These are free today, so I'm getting as many as I can. And then we made our way through the gift shops around Beauty and the Beast area and finished our drinks, because we were going to ride Beauty and the Beast again, which is nice because you can ride this as much as you want. And I encourage you to ride it as often as you can. It's the best. It's the best ride at Tokyo Disneyland. After riding Beauty and the Beast, we went to Gaston's Tavern. This has my favorite specialty drink in all of the parks. This is the one drink that I dream about. It's called Berry Cheers, and it's just amazing. I love it so much. And usually that is my go-to. As soon as I get to the park in the morning, I do Beauty and the Beast, and then I get the drink. So it's a tradition to ride Beauty and the Beast and then go get a drink. So of course I'm going to go get another free drink with my vacation package. So I got my Berry's Cheers, and then it was about 4:15 at this point. So, still getting a lot done. Now we decided to use the pass that we had gotten from Winnie the Pooh, and we decided to use it for Peter Pan. Just like every park in the world, Peter Pan always has a huge line. This is one that if you have the unlimited vacation package, I would even suggest doing this early on, first thing in the morning, to beat the crowds. This is one of those rides that they don't have a pass for at all. So getting the pass from Winnie the Pooh was amazing, because that was not even something we had planned on doing. It was just kind of like, well, we're not getting on Peter Pan ever. So having the pass to get on Peter Pan was great. So it's your classic Peter Pan ride. I love it. And then afterwards, we were walking through and spotted another popcorn cart with a short line, and it was the curry popcorn, which is my favorite. My top three are curry, soy sauce and butter, and black pepper. Roast beef is really good though too. But we got our curry popcorn, so we got 2 boxes of curry popcorn and dumped them in the bag. And then we decided to go get another drink, and I went to Cafe Orleans to get this coffee drink. It was a coffee smoothie. I needed a little caffeine at this point. I'd been up all day. So we got our coffee smoothies, and then it was almost time for the Donald parade. So I ended up going and getting a spot, and I think, a lot of people are very kind there, and maybe it was because I had the little Donald outfit on, but this family moved over and they were like, come up here. And so I went up and stood with them, and I'm like, oh, I've got a perfect shot for the Donald parade. And then I realized that the Donald parade goes the opposite direction of Harmony and Color. Harmony and Color comes this way, and the Donald parade goes that way. So I think the Donald parade is coming at me, and it's actually going the other way. So I'm facing the wrong direction. I had to turn a little bit, but it was great. And I love that the family knew all the I had not learned about the guagua stick importance at that point. I will learn that before my trip is over. But today I watched it from an angle that was not ideal for my videos, but I enjoyed it. And then afterwards, I went and got soy sauce and butter popcorn, and then I went and got some black pepper popcorn. So now at this point, I have 8 boxes of popcorn, getting my money's worth here. Before heading out to the monorail, I stopped into Refreshment Corner for another soy milk and coffee drink, or soy milk and caramel drink. Had a really strong coffee vibe to it. I loved it. Another free drink, my last free drink of the day here. Unfortunately, I planned every detail of this trip down to the minute, and I needed to leave. I know you're going, Annie, why would you leave Disneyland at 6 p.m.? You have unlimited drinks and unlimited rides and unlimited popcorn. What are you doing? I know, breaks my heart too, because I can only imagine what I would have done in 3 more hours at the park with unlimited power. But I had somewhere better to be. We have a harbor view room at Hotel MiraCosta. And those are not easy to get. We actually had been looking on that date on the website for a harbor view room, and nothing was available. And then magically, when we looked with a vacation package, there's one available. So I do have a room tour here, and I do say that I don't know if it's just easier to get them with a vacation package. I'm sure you can book them without vacation packages, but just know that if you don't see one on its own, maybe try looking with a vacation package, because this view was amazing. I was not expecting it to be that fantastic. We have a park view. If you're not familiar, Hotel MiraCosta is actually built into DisneySea. So you've got like the entrance to the park here, and then the hotel where people come in and cut through under the hotel to get into the main area of the park. I know my hands. I hope I explained that with my hands well enough. So basically, our room looks into the park with the harbor there, with the volcano, and there is a fantastic show called Believe, Sea of Dreams. And I wanted to watch the show from the room. And we only have one night in this room, which is why I knew I needed to leave the park to get to the room to get ready for the show. The show, I think, was at 8:10 p.m. So I had to take the monorail and then check in and all that. So I ended up leaving about 6 o'clock from Disneyland. And then we went over and took the monorail to MiraCosta, and we got checked in. And then we found out our room also included the concierge level lounge, which we did not realize we had access to. I think it's Del Amico Lounge. And that includes complimentary drinks and snacks and things like that. So we ended up going up to our room and just kind of checking out the view where you can see in the park, and you can see people walking all through the park. It's amazing. And then we ended up going down to the lounge. They just asked us if we wanted appetizers, and we said yes. And it ended up being a plate with octopus and some sort of pate, and I'm not even sure what else was on there, but it was free and it was nice and it was included. They also had a selection of candy and beer and wine you could help yourself to, and then complimentary cocktails. I think it was called Il Magnifico, and I had 2 of them. She showed me the menu, and I didn't get a chance to take a picture of it or anything, but all I saw was rum and passion fruit, and I was like, that's the one I want. So I got 2 of them, and they were very good. But we could not stay there too long because we had to get down to our room and save our seats in our window. We were very spoiled this trip. I was very spoiled this trip. We had prime view of Believe, Sea of Dreams. So we just pulled the chairs up to the window and sat there. There are some rooms that have balconies. Ours did not have a balcony. I don't even think I cared. It was perfect, centered. You could see all the projections on the volcano. You could see projections on the buildings. And that's one of the things that I was always so interested in. Every time I'm at DisneySea and I see all the projections on the actual hotel, I've always thought, I wonder what it's like to be in there when the projections are being projected on the windows. Wonder what it's like to watch from up there. It's always been a dream. and you know, Disney dreams come true. So had a dream view, and this was just our first day. We ended up watching all of the activity in the park after they cleared it of guests, which was fantastic. I might put a video together separately on the channel of all of those shots. But we watched all the guests making their way out, security following them, security blocking certain sides, and then we watched all the flashlights coming from the back of the park, all the security splitting off and shining their flashlights to make sure nobody's still in the park or hiding or anything like that. Just security sweeping the entire park, and we watched them all make their way to the front. All the guests were out of the park. We saw some cast members leaving, and then we started seeing all the trucks and cars and workers coming into the park. And it's just phenomenal how much work goes into the parks when you're not there and what you don't see. People just cleaning and fixing and polishing and everything. It just will blow your mind. The barges come out and they do test runs. It was really hard to want to go to sleep. I was so exhausted. In case you forgot, this video is probably like an hour long. In case you forgot, this morning I got up at 3:30 to watch the sunrise after going to bed at 11 the day before, after flying 16 hours to Japan and not sleeping on the plane. Yeah, I have not slept at all. I'm still sleep deprived at this moment. I also forgot to mention earlier, if you're curious, at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, the park music goes off at 10:30 p.m. I was actually filming out the window when the music cut off, and I thought, oh, they're telling me to go to bed. They said, Annie, go to bed, the music's off, go to bed. So, and the music comes back on at 6 a.m. So if you're one of those people that's really sensitive to sounds, or just keep in mind, if you stay at the Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, when the windows are closed, you don't really hear anything. If you open the window, you can hear the music, which I love, but it does go off at 10:30 p.m. and it comes back on at 6 a.m. Also, if you have a park view room like we did, look out the window at around 5, because that's usually when you'll see tons of people camped out waiting to get in the park. It's kind of an interesting sight. So I finally, I think around 11:30-ish, went to bed here at MiraCosta. This was my first Tokyo Disneyland day. Tomorrow is DisneySea. And we have a full day tomorrow with the vacation package. We have 2 meals with reservations. We have passes. We've got a lot going on. So stay tuned, because I will be posting day 2, the Tokyo DisneySea vlog. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. And if you're looking for more Tokyo Disney content, check out my socials. And there will be new updated guides coming for skipping the line, mobile ordering, how to book a vacation package, tips and tricks for the vacation package. Lots of stuff coming, so I'm glad you're here. And if you like what you see, stick around, subscribe. I will see you all next time. Bye.